What's up, you guys? Welcome back into iHeartRadio's official wrestling podcast, the Battleground podcast. And right now, man, it is an exciting time for TNA. It's been a whirlwind of 24 hours for the company, making
Unreal.
some big headlines, big news in the past, few hours. And joining us on the show, a guy that has made a lot of things happen for TNA. Give it up for Carlos Silva joining the show, the president of TNA. Sir, how are you doing?
Doing great. How you doing, guys? How's everything
Hey,
today?
Super
not as good
excited to
as
have
you.
you on. And first, let me go ahead and say this. Congratulations on the TV
Woo.
deal with AMC. What do you think it says about where TNA is right now that a major network like AMC chose to partner with you instead of, say, a more traditional sports channel?
I think it says that we sort of made it over the hump. We got noticed by everything that happened in 2025, and we talked a lot about it, guys, with the team and how every little piece that we were building, every week, every couple of weeks throughout 2025 would eventually make a difference. And look, sometimes you get a little lucky, but sometimes you make your luck by working hard. And I think that hard work paid off. The AMC folks noticed, they saw what we were doing. They had a couple of fans on their team, which is great.
Nice.
And as a result, we came together, and I think they're super excited about the partnership, and we certainly are. It's going to be great.
Yeah. You've described this agreement as a milestone. In concrete terms, what changes will fans immediately notice once Impact lands on AMC in January?
Look, I think the first and most obvious is that AMC is a foundational cable network in America. It's on the first page of everyone's guide. It's
Hmm.
probably a network that you might have watched over the last couple of days already. You're going to see promotion throughout the network on every day about what's going to be happening on Thursday Night Impact on AMC. And aside from all of the other integrations and things that we can do together, and the teams working together, and the sponsor teams working together, and the creative teams working together, we're going to be on a network that everyone is going to be able to find, see, and with a big, huge audience. And that's going to change the game for our wrestlers. It's going to change the game for the team. It's going to change the game for TNA.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Excellent.
And I know we had you on not too long ago, and we had kind of asked you then, what's the latest update with the TV deal? And you said it's pretty much done. You just got to kind of fine tune some things. How big of a relief is it now that everything is out there? Everything is official. TNA has a TV deal heading into 2026.
Oh, it's yeah. I mean, it's massive. I mean, we've all talked, all of us throughout the last 6 months, and the first or last question of anyone that I've talked to is when's the TV deal coming? What TV deal you're going to have? Where are you going in 2026? And we were honest the whole time. We're doing exactly what we said, Tim. We were working on it every single day, but in this changing environment, it's never done till it's done. I mean, there's a lot of changing and moving parts, companies merging, companies being bought, properties leaving. It's a crazy moment in time for the media landscape. So, sometimes you get a little lucky, and you punch it and you get it into the end zone, and we did with a partner that's super excited. So it's awesome. I really slept well last night, and I'm excited for the holidays and everything we're going to do to get to January 15th on AMC.
Yeah,
What it,
absolutely. And something that you have been very clear for from the start of this announcement, that this is not going to affect the partnership with WWE and NXT with your AMC deal. Can you walk us through how TNA will maintain that collaboration with WWE while still preserving its own brand identity and strategic independence?
I think we're just going to do what we've done every day with WWE and NXT. I don't even know what someone was thinking about to tweet out these things. I mean,
right.
we were, Leon was on the CW last night in an 8-man match as part of the NXT show. It's going to continue. We're working great with both Shawn Michaels and Johnny Russo down down in NXT. We've got a lot of support. We've got a lot of, we're having a lot of fun. We're coming up with storylines. As you know, Lei Ying just won the belt back from Kalani back, a week or 10 days ago. And there's all kinds of things that are happening. So it's weird because people have asked me about it. I never even thought about it. Like it didn't even enter my mind, those kinds of things, because we're talking with them, texting every day. We sent them the note that the AMC deal was happening, got so many nice notes back around how excited they were. And, I've said it. I mean, I hope that we can give a little back to them now that we're on AMC on such a big platform that, some of their superstars will also enjoy that platform on AMC as well.
Yeah, and moving from Access TV to another niche outlets to a network with no prior wrestling history is just a significant leap. When you were talking with all the suitors and AMC included, did you encounter any internal or external hesitation about the transition? And how did you kind of address those concerns with the team?
Can you just ask that again so I understand the question?
Yeah. Yeah, so just jump into a network with no prior wrestling history, that's just a huge leap. Was there any resistance to that, or was there anybody on the team kind of looking more for a sports-centered channel or anything like that?
Now that I understand it, now it's a great question. I will say though that there were many outlets that are also in that space, in that they have not been in wrestling, or they haven't been in sports. Everybody now, it knows that live also can protect and help your network. So everybody, including many of the streamers that have not been in that business too, and streamers is a funny word now because, streaming is just TV as well. It's that word's going to disappear sort of any day now because we're all watching the NFL on Netflix, or we're watching WWE on Netflix. It's like nobody's really thinking about them as streamers anymore.
Exactly.
We didn't really have any big hesitation. I mean, I think it was more of, wow, I hadn't thought of that. Holy cow, there could be some amazing integrations. So it actually turned to a positive that the outlet didn't want to just be an outlet and just didn't want to stick us in a time slot. They actually wanted to partner and really grow and change and do some new things together.
Oof, that's amazing.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, you mentioned and you look at it, TNA has a stacked roster, and it's got a mix of established veterans. You've got rising homegrown stars such as Leon Slater, who you mentioned. Is the long-term vision for TNA to be like a proving ground, like a creative home for not only experienced talents, but also a launch pad for future stars like a Leon Slater?
Yeah, I mean, I've said it. I think it's a unique place and platform that TNA has, because I think we can be a place where legends can come and also continue to be legendary over the next 3 to 5 or 10 years on maybe the one end of their career, but yet then they can also help and bring along some young and great talent, whether it's guys like Joe Hendry that have been great, or now Leon, who's got the X Division belt, and the Hardys have put their arm around him and have really embraced him. And then there's just great stories. I mean, I mentioned Lei Ying a minute ago, and she's sort of maybe in the middle, in the sweet spot of her career, and now she's our champion and she's got the Knockouts belt. And so I think it's how we mix all of those together that makes TNA a unique pro wrestling platform that I think everyone really can enjoy that legendary status, but also like cheer for that new young talent as well.
Yeah, TNA has always done a really good job of having a little bit of everything for the audience, so it just blends very well. When it comes to free agents, everyone starts fantasy booking the minute someone's released, or they're going from one company to the other. But, as a company, you can't sign everyone. Going into this new frontier with AMC and everything, does the decision making process for determining which talent fits the TNA mold, is that changed at all? Or are you looking for more, I don't know, the right term, maybe bankable stars? Or is there anything that's changed moving into this with this new event that's happened?
No, not really. I mean, it could be. I think right now it's finish this great 2025 the right way in El Paso and set us up for the starting line, which is January 15th. I don't want to get too out over our skis with where we go in the summer. I think
Right.
the partnership will come together. There's already a lot of integrated teams working together. That's going to be to really start to set up January and February and March together. I think we'll learn a lot, and then we'll really be able to start to make some new changes and exciting things that'll happen, March, April, May, once the first 30, 60 days of the partnership comes together.
Yeah, and I'm just excited for like Slammiversary next year and Bound for Glory. Like just seeing how those are impacted with the new audience and stuff is just gonna be great.
Yeah, we are
Now
too.
with
I mean, it's gonna look, we built it up great. Access TV has been a great partner to us. They're part of the Anthem Sports Entertainment family. But look, they're happy for us too, because they know that AMC is a really big platform with a lot of creative juice. Some of the greatest creative juice in the last 20 years. And so how
Mhm.
we take advantage of that together is going to be super exciting for the fans.
Well,
100%.
I know as us fans of TNA, we're super excited when we got the news about TNA finally announcing the TV deal with AMC. Before we let you go, because I know you got a long list of things to do today, because you got to celebrate and take a victory lap on this TV deal. Is there anything you want to say to the fans watching or listening to this right now?
I think, thanks for hanging in there with us, and thanks for making 2025 great, because what the fans did for us in 2025 is it got us noticed again. They helped to celebrate in the arenas, they helped to celebrate on social, they helped to celebrate on TV, and that helped this deal happen. And so,
Mhm.
every single piece of everything that everyone did, whether you were a staff member on the team, in the ring, behind the scenes, backstage, doing production, doing marketing, sponsorship, and then making the fans cheer and support us, that all of that helped us get this deal done. So it's a really a big thank you all around. And everyone should celebrate the deal and then enjoy it in 2026 together.
Absolutely. Well, super excited for the big news, and super excited to see what all TNA has in store for 2026. Carlos, it's an honor and a privilege to get you back here on the show. We'll have to do it again very, very soon once we get that first episode on AMC.
Sounds great. Look forward to it, guys. Have a great holiday season.